here for me, have you? Come on. Chop, chop.
Moving from a career from football to acting it couldn't have been easy for you, but I wondered, how did that come about, and, what was the experience making that film? Did you have acting aspirations when you were in your footballing days?
No, it was the boys, Matthew and Guy, just arranged a meeting for me to meet them and said, would you do a cameo role in this film? So that's how that came out. I was still playing when it came out a year later. It was only until that movie came out and then I got a call from Jerry Bruckheimer to do Gone in 60 Seconds. And then I decided to retire, 2 or 3 years earlier, but my aspirations were to be a manager, not to go into acting. It just came from nowhere, really.
And how would you describe your experience making that film?
Well, I didn't think there was any future in it. I just went and done it, and like normal, like going to open a fish and chip shop. You go up there and hey, thanks very much, cut the ribbon and piss off. And it was the same as that. I thought I'd turn up, smash the geezer's head in the sunbed, and then see you later. And then all of a sudden it went, oh, hold on a minute. Oh, what's that? Come back. Want to do some reshoots? Oh, okay. Then all of a sudden you win Best British Newcomer. And then it all starts going, oh, hold on.
Look in the dock.
You mean look in the dock?
I mean open them up.
Not long after you reunited with Guy Ritchie for Snatch, and you obviously had Brad Pitt, Benicio del Toro on the scene in that film. I wondered, did it feel like the stakes were higher, or was it a kind of different experience?
We were on such a high because of the names, obviously, Dennis Farina, as you said, Brad, Benicio. It was we were just all on a frenzy, I think. We didn't really know what was going on. And we're all going round pinching ourselves being on the set with Brad Pitt. And Brad was such a good lad as well off the screen. I took him to Walthamstow Dogs one night. He was bored, phoned me from the Grosvenor and said, I'm bored out of my head, what are you doing? So I took him to Walthamstow Dogs, that ain't there no more. So, and he reminded me of that a little while ago, Brad, when I saw him. So, yeah, it was a magical moment of life. It really was.
You had everything they ever dreamed of, and you threw it all away.
You got to employ your actual footballing experience.
Yeah, that was my first lead. My first lead role. Matthew Vaughan did that. Guy was exec producer on that. And it was good. It was a good little movie. I think it was Sony again. I thought it was going to be bigger than what it was. And I think they decided to do it just domestic. Which, it was a bit of a shame at the time.
But that was kind of your third time collaborating with Jason Statham, your long-time friend.
Yeah.
And how did you find working with him again and having?
Right, we just have a laugh. We literally have a laugh. We don't take the work too serious, and we have a laugh.
Did it help to have that footballing experience and helping the other cast members with their?
Yeah, when we said about Jay, I was like, well, what are we going to do with him? They said, we'll just put him in goal. I went, oh yeah, all right, okay. Good idea, Matthew Vaughan.
What did they call you?
Juggernaut.
Juggernaut is such an iconic villain of the comic.
Well, Matthew was the director on that, Matthew Vaughan, and then he bailed on it, and he rang me and he said, have you signed your contract yet? I said, no worries. I said, I'm not going to do it. They're going to bring a new director on. So the new director came on, and it was not the same role as I had signed on to do. They diluted the dialogue. It was a bigger role. And I've actually come out and said that, the director brought in so many other moving parts and so many other actors that mine was the one that got diluted. The Juggernaut got diluted, and I lost all interest quite early because I knew they were just ticking me along. You know what I mean? And I was upset. I was very upset really because it was such a movie, such a big stage, and became an extra. That's what happened. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. That one iconic line.
Yeah, and that was afterwards. That one in the we came. They came to Elstree and filmed that. You know, I mean, we did the movie in Vancouver, you know, and then Brett Ratner phoned me and he said, "Oh, I want you to do this line." He'd seen it online, I think it was online, and so he said, I want you to do it." So we had to go to Elstree for the day, and we did that one line at Elstree. But yeah, I was very disappointed with that.
Yeah, there's a lot of reports of it being quite a troubled production, so I guess.
Yeah, no, I didn't know. I had my family there, so I didn't get involved with any of the politics. But you know, I was going in, why are you know, where's all my dialogue? Where's the storyline? You know, and Brett had different directors directing, and he would sit there as the big director. It was for me, it was a shambles, yeah, and it was a shame. You know, I had a fantastic experience on Gone in 60 Seconds, really did. I knew what my role was, and I really got on well with everyone. But you know, when it came out, I was upset. The X-Men, very upset. I snapped about a year ago and said, you know, I actually said my side of it, because I hadn't said my side of it, and I said, you know, I got dumped on, really. My character got dumped on. And funny enough, I just got asked to do Deadpool, the new one that's coming out now, and I spoke to the director and I just said, it's such a drama putting that suit on, you know, mentally and physically. I mean, it had its mental toll as well, because you're in it and you can't do anything all day. You can only drink through a straw, and so we couldn't strike the deal for Deadpool. But I mean, Deadpool's my favourite movie of time, more or less. But I really wanted to do it, but they didn't have the budget to put me in the suit.
Smash that door down. I'll come round from the other side.
And obviously there's another one of your great films, Escape Plan, where you got to work with two of the greats of the action genre.
Yeah, and it was great, because I basically was playing golf all the time with Sly, and even on set we were sorting out our drivers and our wedges, and then with Arnold, we were just talking about football. He liked his football, you know, and you know, Germany, and I played against Germany in Düsseldorf. Yeah, and so it was quite strange to be on a set with them two. I got a brilliant picture. We got the three chairs: Jones, Sly, and Arnold. I've got that, but I'd met Sly before. He wanted me for Rambo, and we couldn't do the deal. But I went to see him at his house, and we had a cigar together. And he actually, I think it was Rocky VI. He'd just cut Rocky VI together, and that's like one of my claims to fame. I saw Rocky VI before it even came out, so I knew Sly from that. But yeah, I turned Rambo down, which weren't one of my best decisions.
Though they appear to be house-trained, don't be deceived by the facade.
Obviously reuniting with Guy Ritchie again, and
Yeah.
like, how do you feel like you've both grown over these last 2 decades of working with each other?
To see how massive Guy has grown, you know, confident-wise, you know, and you know, to run a set like this, a massive set like this, and you know, I was on the, I don't know whether we had 25 or 30 people on the set of Lock, Stock, but it was a massive contrast, and he was just in control again, it was just like water off a duck's back for him.